I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you a go love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
William D. Memorial High School D-Cup Alumni presents its third annual fundraising barbecue on Memorial Day, May 30th, 2022. Wear your favorite jersey to Wilsonwood Park in Mount Vernon, New York. Remember to take exit 12 off the Hutchinson River Parkway. Music by DJ Mad Max of Sound 1000. Proceeds to aid the William D. High School Costa Cup team. For more information, contact Keegan 304-607-4034. Our codfish at 954-639-2991. Proud of people, it's important. Remember, make sure say Ono did that.
All right. Greetings, and welcome to I Am Sure Sports, one and all. I'm your host, Manning's Man, on this wonderful day. It is the beginning of the work week. Do you see it? Yes. And a lot of great sporting activities over the weekend and heading into the weekend. So let's begin by giving you some details of what happened over the weekend, what we consider to be some of the more important stories. We're going to give you some of that. But before we get into all of that, let's do what is very important: to stop, pause, and to give thanks for life. You understand me? We give thanks to the Most High for life. We look to the hills from whence cometh our help. Our help comes from the Lord, who made the heavens and the earth. You understand me? If you're alive today, it's a reason to give thanks, because in everything, give thanks. In everything. You may not have all that you want in this life, but you have life, right? And so today, look for an opportunity to do good and to be good and to think good. Look for an opportunity to do good, be good, and think good. Think no evil thoughts. Give people the benefit of the doubt. You get it? Make sure that we do that today. Let's be positive in spite of all the negativity around us. Bless up, bless up, bless up. All right, so let's get into some of the details of what happened. Well, let's big up our sponsors first. Why don't we do that? A big thank you to Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it the most. Call them at 876-884-7390. Right? They will give you a loan of up to 100,000 Jamaican dollars at 0 to 4% interest rate. And guess what? No processing fee and same day processing. They are located in Linstead, St. Catherine, Jamaica. Also, big thank you to Launch Legacy, where they handle risk and seek legacy for all your personal insurance needs. In Canada and the USA, visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text them at 647-989-0782. Listen, on the screen right now, you'll see we have up the number to get I Am Sure merch, right? You need to do so this week or else you won't be able to get any. If you're overseas, that's the number. You just call that number right now. So if you're one of those persons who are saying, Mannings, when are you going to do merch? See, we do it now. Make sure you get them. If you're in the overseas market, that's the number that you need to call. Please call them right now. I don't want them to run out and then you say you didn't get any. When am I going to do more? So make sure you do that right now. Call that number, make your order, and within a day, you will get it if you're in the United States of America. If you are in Jamaica, you can call the 876-374-6449 number, and you can get, I think we have like 2 left, and they're medium, right? So you need to get those, or else that's it until 2023. All right. So here we go. Big up to all the persons who are in the comment section and watching. All of you are online right now. As usual, we ask you to hit the like button. Right? Share and subscribe if you have not yet. Big up to Damian Hyatt from Don't Be Holden in the building. Big keeper. For real. J-Ross. Big up. Cashew Red in the house. Sports on the ball. Bless up. Ball a car. As usual. You understand me? Fresh God. The boat. King Jav. Yeah, man. For real. Oh, you mean Marvin? Marvin, you're the boat. Bless up, Marvin. A.K.A. Ricardo Baggio. Over there in the cool. Canada. Yeah, man. Bless up. Yeah, man. King Job says, praise to the Most High for another day. And another I Am Sure Sports with the interview boss. Man, it's mad. Balakar said, check. You understand me? Yeah, man. We're going to have Freddy on in a little. Don't worry yourself. That will be up. Don't be holding putting on a good show. Loud music, entertainment. Always encouraging the people to like. So let's get over. What was the biggest sporting event for you this weekend? Right? Was it Champs? Was it the Reggae Girls? Was it the BPL? Was it Shamar? Was it Kemar Roof? Was it East and Pinnock? What was the highlight of your sporting weekend? So let me give you some of the things that happened this weekend. Reggae Girls, if you don't know, now you know. On Saturday, they defeated the Cayman Islands by 9-0 in Cayman. All right, at 8:30 tonight, we're going to look back at that. At 8:30 on this platform, we'll be looking back at that game and looking forward to the game on Tuesday at Sabina Park here in Jamaica against the Dominican Republic, where we only need a draw to qualify for the next round. But we're going to beat Dominica by around 3 clear goals at Sabina Park. Going to be there. The cost is $3,000 to attend. All right. So get your ticket. Tickets are available right now, and they will also be sold at the venue. I know it's a little bit pricey, but you also have to bear in mind that this will be the last time you get to see the Reggae Girls playing in Jamaica in a World Cup qualifying, because the final stage will be played in Mexico. All right, so make sure you get a ticket if you're in Jamaica and go and support them. If you're overseas, what you can do is buy a ticket for a family, buy a ticket for a schoolmate, and say, go and go watch the match on my behalf and support them. All right, so that was a big highlight. And congratulations to the girls. Congratulations to Edwin Allen as well. Edwin Allen are the winners of Girls Champ 2022. All right? You understand me? Big up to the Edwin Allen. Big up to Kingston College. Yeah, they dethroned last champions Jamaica College by large amount of points, and they lifted the title. Great performance, great organization, great support by Kingston College as they won champs this year. Big up KC. Second place was JC. Third place was Calabar, and fourth place was the men from Monk Street. Go. Yeah. But you tell me what was the highlight of your weekend. Another big thing that happened, right, is that Manchester City and Liverpool ended 2-2. City took the lead. Liverpool equalized. City took the lead. Liverpool equalized. But most Liverpool fans sigh a big sigh of relief at the end of that game, because they were honest. A lot of Liverpool fans said that in the first half, City could have been up by 3 clear goals. Right? But at the end of the day, that's it. You can play bad and still get a positive result. And that's what, Liverpool were able to do. Bad performance, but they got the result. Newcastle defeated Wolves by 1-0. Everton upset the falling Manchester United. They lost another game. They lost to Everton. And guess what? Na 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 na. Well, they have on Saturday Norwich, and they need to win that game, because after that they will run into title chasing Liverpool. All right, but so Manchester United, they lost to Everton. Poor game, I think, by Manchester United. Then we had Leeds defeating Watford by 3. Chelsea rebounded from their 3-1 loss to Real Madrid in the Champions League to outclass Southampton by 6-0. And Brighton upset Arsenal at home by 2-1. Arsenal seem to be struggling to stay in the race for the top 4. Let's see what will happen. And Tottenham, who are chasing top 4, they embarrassed Aston Villa by 4-0. Leon Bailey came on as a late substitute in that game. Leicester City returned to winning ways, defeating Crystal Palace by 2-1. Bottom of the table, Norwich defeated Burnley by 2-0. And Ethan Pinnock and his Brentford Bees defeated the West Ham Hammers with Mikel Antonio by 2-0. Those are the fixtures from last weekend in JPL action. All right, Don Beholden continue their winning ways as they continue to lead the JPL table. They defeated Mobe United at West Pow Park by 1-0. Vere United and Molines ended 1-1 up at the Captain Horace Burrell Center of Excellence. All right. Humble Lion, oh my God, squandered numerous opportunities at the Jungle. The Lions were tamed at the Jungle by the men from TG. Yes, I mean, the late goal conceded by Humble Lion. I think there was some poor officiating because the Arnett Garden goalkeeper should have been red carded. But, so let it be. And in the late game, yes, Arnett Gardens playing with 10 men. Oh, my Lord, with 10 men. Oh, my Lord, defeated. Yes, defeated Portmore United 2-1. Goes by Ronaldo Cephas and Marlon Allen. What was your highlight of the weekend? Let me get some of your comments before we get into the meat of the matter of our discussion today. The highlight of this sporting weekend from Loud Music Entertainment is the Reggae Girls' victory, which included Bonnie Shaw hat-trick in the 9-0 win. Wonderful. I think the hat trick by Trudy Carter was also 3 good and big goals as well. Jarvis Parris, bless up, man. Yeah, man, big up yourself every time. Yeah. Champs was good too, including the After Champs concert. Oh, there was an After Champs concert. I didn't even know that. Yeah, because I didn't know that. But cool. Man, I said it that Seabar would finish ahead of. You did, Chris Wayne. You did. Because I was saying they may finish out of the top 3, but you did get it. So kudos to you. You understand me? You're one up. But I did say that Jamaica were going to win. This game big. I didn't predict 9, but at least by 6 clear goals, and that's what happened. All right. As a Liverpool fan, me glad for the draw because man, it's rough. Yeah, man. City, Kareem Grant. City played very well yesterday. So if Liverpool can be outplayed that way in the first half and still hold on, it just shows that they have championship mettle as a team, and that's good. That's good. Right? Arsenal got embarrassed by Brighton. Liverpool got lucky. I don't think Arsenal were embarrassed by Brighton. I think embarrassed is when you're not in the game, because Arsenal actually scored a goal. That goal by Martinelli should not. You cannot take 4 minutes to determine if something is offside. That's what I love about cricket. The goal in cricket, the striker would have gotten the benefit. Yeah. Kemar Roof cannot play for Jamaica unless we play 3-5-2 and he links up with Antonio. Rangers play a 4-3-3 with him as the main man. Waste of time and money bringing him out to play wide. Okay. All right. We are just still 1 point behind with 7 to go. Let's go Killer Pool. All right. Bozan's Parris highlight. Okay. Balakar is saying his highlight of the weekend is Shamar Nicholson and Kahim Parris. All right. Then he says Green are going to score to the man in the man. Most definitely. Listen, look out. That Mount Pleasant team versus Harborview. It's going to be a good game at, I think, 4 today. Good game it's going to be. Remember, Roof hasn't played under Hall as yet. Remember, Tapa was the coach, so of course he didn't do his homework. I agree. And the formation are 3-1-4-2. Okay, we have some agreement between J. Ross and Leroy Smart. All right. That game at the Jungle was fire. Girls slapping came on 6+. Cephas is in fact a baller. And I thought Cephas had a poor game, I think Guthrie had a good game for Arnett Gardens. Yeah, man. All right. Jarvis, real talk. All right. Leroy Smart, if we're not going to use him as a lone striker, those are the 2 formations we should work with, unless we want to play Antonio wide with Bailey and use Roof as a false 9. All right. 5:15 game today, man. Okay, that is 5:15 Harborview versus Mount Pleasant, and then there's a late game. What I'll say is that when it comes down to the options up front, when you have Mikel Antonio, Leon Bailey, Kahim Parris, Kemar Roof, Andre Gray, and Shamar Nicholson, that's 6 very good options. 6 options. I think what we need to sort out is still the D-mid situation. I think that's the era. Ravel Morris is playing well. We have like a McGee. I think we have enough people in certain positions, especially up front. I think the area that Coach Hall we need to look at is that area of the D-mid area, I think. All right. Okay, so for those of you who you have not yet seen, Kahim Parris, his team, FC Koper, they are second behind Maribor in the Slovenian top tier. All right. Now, I know some people are talking about the quality of the league over there, but let me say this to you. Check how many players from the Slovenian league get sold, because the league sometimes are measured by the sale of players and how players are sold. Like when you check, like for example, when you check, you don't really hear people being sold out of like the Maltese League or the Red Stripe Premier League or the Costa Rican League. You go all around. But people continually get sold out of this Slovenian League, which is also talking about the quality of the players in there. All right, so Kaim Parris this season, right, has scored 11 goals, right? His team is in second place, and they are just 3 points behind the leaders, Maribor. All right, I'm going to show you the goal that he scored for his team yesterday. Don't know if you saw it yet. If not, take a look.
Z roko so mislim, da želeli Celjani, toda njihova želja ni bila uslišana. Krasno Parris izpade Morozov. Kakim Parris je zdaj osvojil precej prostora. Parris pregrava, Parris! Kakšen gol Parrisa! Fantastično, Kakim Parris! Njegov 9. gol v letošnji sezoni, 5. proti Kopru. Zdaj je v slogu Marcela Kiršerja slalomiral med branilci Celja in potem premagal Matjaža Rozmana. Trenutek čarovnije, trenutek navdiha in inspiracije, kakšen zadetek Kakima Parrisa. Fantastičen gol Jamajčana, kako je tu premešal štrene v obrambi Celja, bodimo zdaj pozorni.
All right, people, what say you about that goal? That's a good one. That goal remind me of the goal that Kayla McCoy scored for Jamaica. That last goal, where she cut the Cayman Island girl. You know that they said that she has a something is wrong with her hip. The Cayman Island girl. You watch that. That last goal. I mean, when she get the cut, she turned out. She felt so awkward. Like that Kaim Parris cut on the left foot. Very, 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 very good goal by Kaim Parris. All right. Shamar Nicholson also scored a double for his club. And we're going to talk about that and then talk about, Kaim Parris's possible call-up for the Nations League. And form again, I think he's doing so well. He deserves to be called up into the national team at the next international break. All right? This is his 11th goal. Like I said, his team is in second place. So his team is performing, and he's an instrumental part of that. All right. I did tell you more than a month ago that he will be moving. There are several options. I know you probably heard some people mention Belgium, but there are many other clubs that are after him outside of Belgium. So Belgian clubs are not the only clubs that are after Kaim Parris. All right. So yeah, we're going to look and see, because I think he should be called up on form, on merit, and on performance. Oh, I think for too long, we have seen where players who don't deserve to be called have been called. This player, given his consistency, should be called up. All right, and people are saying that, but what about Leon Bailey? Fine, call Leon Bailey. Calling Leon Bailey does not eliminate Parris being called, because either of them can play on both sides of the field. Can play on both sides of the field. They can play on the left, they can play on the right, depending on what the coach wants to do. And it is football. One could get injured. We have seen where players don't want to play like 2 or 3 games in a row. In the Nation League, we have 2 quick games. Maybe we'll need rotation. All right, so that's Kahim Parris. We also have the goals by Shamar Nicholson. If you have not seen them, I'm going to show you the Shamar Nicholson goals. All right, let's see if I can find it. All right, people, two well worked goals. And so, yeah, man, big up again to the strikers. And this is what we want to see, right? We want to see our players playing well. You understand me? Ethan Pinnock. Let me just we have Unseen Sports joining us as well, so let me bring up. Ethan Pinnock also had a good game. It was interesting to see him going up against Mikel Antonio. But listen, Ethan Pinnock is a solid defender. And going ahead, I think this player need to be one of the cornerstone in the Reggae Boy squad, as long as he remains injury-free. But he's excellent game. So we have some players out there playing well. It's just to get them together, because persons mentioned like Bobby Reed, and I see Blair Turgot and Jamal Lowe name also being mentioned. But just when you think about the fact that we have Ethan Pinnock playing well, and Ravel Marson playing well, Kahim playing well, Shamar playing well. I mean, Leon just like getting back into Aston Villa, playing week in, week out. You understand me? This is an awesome thing, and I am happy. And let me say this. Listen, Kahim Parris, I don't know if you know this, he started his career in St. Anne. He moved from St. Anne to Dintil. All right. He wasn't really owned by any club. His representatives, let me use that word, his representatives took him to Cavaliers. Right? That's why it was easier for him, because he had representation before he got to Cavaliers. And it was that representation that moved him overseas. All right. So, the other thing I also want to, and when Coach Freddy Butler comes on, he's going to add further clarity to this. So a lot of you would have received a WhatsApp congratulating Coach Freddy Butler for acquiring his UEFA B license. So let me help you. That license was done from 2012, people. It's old information. All right. It's old information that was 10 years ago. So if you look at the certificate, it says 2012. For whatever reason, it was circulated recently. But he's going to come on later, because we're going to talk about youth development from his perspective, as you know, he's in an academy. That was done from when he was working at Chelsea. So I don't know. And he did, in his interview with me, he did speak about it. So that is all information. He didn't just get it. He had his certification and his qualification from 2012. So if you look at that message that went out, you would see it clearly. All right. So congratulations to all the Jamaican players. Again, I'd love to see a next player that I really think has been looking good. Never really liked him after the first game in the Premier League because he kind of tried to circumvent my big side. You understand me? But guess what happened? Yeah, me never really liked that. Him name what that forward from Brentford name again? Unseen. What the Brentford forward name again? That's what I call it, David. Yeah, you're muted.
Tony.
Yeah, Ivan Toney, yeah. This my Arsenal team, but he's a very good forward that I think if he were to represent Jamaica, that would also add quality to our front line. Don't know that he will, but good players. Well, you have to give players their props. J. Ross, you know what? If I get it, I can try to show it, but I just want to make sure I show stuff that I won't get hit with any sort of copyright stuff. But if I get it, I would check it first and then I would show it. But it wouldn't be a problem for me to show it. But Kemar Roof did score a good header yesterday as well. And he's playing well. And I do agree with you that how he plays for Jamaica is what is the problem. How he's deployed. We need to find a way to get the players to play in positions that give them the best opportunity to perform well. All right. Big up Brain Drain and Boss Thomas in the thing. Brain Drain. All right. I'm not going to get in the caliber. Brain Drain and Jason. Listen. Hey, we need to talk. And you see this caliber football thing. I don't understand what going on. But we need to talk, Jason. I tell you, this football thing at caliber need to sort out. Unseen. Welcome to the show. Good morning to you. How you doing? What was the highlight of this weekend? Was it champs? Was it the reggae girls? Was it any of those goals that I show? Or you want to comment on all things? Go ahead.
Well, all of them was made the week for me. Champs, a lot of record-breaking performance, especially from Brianna Liston. The Clayton twins did well. Fast forward to football. The girls beat Cayman Islands 9-0. And then Shamar, Bowser, Nicholson, and Parris, finish it off with a goal and 3 goals between the two persons. So, it's a good weekend for us as Jamaicans, seeing our, brothers and sisters performing and doing well for us and making the country proud. It's a good feeling, man, as well. It's a good feeling. And those goals are world-class goal now by Shamar Nicholson. And the one from Parris, I think that is the goal. That's the goal of the week for a Jamaican player. Parris goal. The inside, outside, and then slide it into the back of the net.
Really and truly, that the goal that I love the best from what I've seen this weekend is the one by Kayla McCoy. The 9th goal for the Reggae Girls. I thought it was good build up play. And listen, I just love the way she cut that ball back on the defender. Defender is injured for reading. I kid you not,
Hey, Chris Wayne. Politics are going to Calabar, man.
Oh, Chris Wayne is a Calabar. Yeah, Chris Wayne, let me tell you. Calabar thing, there are some things that, boy, may I tell you, pretty. But unseen, you see that goal that Jamaica scored, the final goal. Let me tell you something. Yeah, man, she dealt with that girl really bad. The girl is injured seriously, she have a hip problem, the girl that fell over,
Yeah?
Yeah, man, her hip is injured. You don't see how awkward she fell. What people watch back? Somebody need to send me the highlights of the goal. It's a terrible, terrible. She get a terrible piece of shift, you know. I don't think she going to recover from that. But and it was a really good build-up play as well by the Jamaican team. Yeah, man, she get Dashwa back. Jason, she get Dashwa really. She get Dashwa like it's a good while. And since I've seen that, yeah. But brain drain. I don't want to call any names, right? But yes, what I would say is that. And this is why people need to give a lot of credit to like Kingston College and Jamaica College. Because those schools have been able to involve their past students and their boards and their principals in a way that it doesn't affect the overall thing, and there's no like a lot of quote unquote political decisions. I think that is what is messing up Calabar, that there's a disconnect between the management of the football, the principal, and the past student and the board. And I think that is the issue, especially with their football. But we're not going to discuss that on this program. So do you agree with me on seeing that Parris should be called up for the Nations League?
Parris, no question asked, should be in the team based on his performance, his current performance. He should be in the team. We are the fans. We are looking for him to be in the team for the Nation League, and hope the persons with the power see what we are seeing and give him a chance to represent us, represent the country.
Okay. What you thought of the surface at Arnett Gardens yesterday? For the JPL game and just the games that were played. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, the surface looks good. Saw it before the match yesterday. A lot of practice games played here and stuff, especially in the schoolboy league. So I saw the surface. Even the B field looks good also. Big up to the ground staff down there at Arnett Gardens, doing a wonderful job, trying to fix our nation's infrastructure for better football. You can see that the field fancy persons who like to dribble. You don't really give them a bad, any bad pop-ups and stuff like that. Can be better, still work improvement, but the field management, they did a lot of work, and the grass looks good. Maybe a little patch some places on the field, but they can see that CFAS really had a good game. Turbo in the foots.
Really, I don't think I really don't think he had a good game.
No, in terms of his running and dribbling, the ball did not give him any bubble up, the field surface. So, based on that, and even Guthrie, when Guthrie was dribbling the ball in the middle.
Guthrie played well.
Right. When he was dribbling the ball in the middle, you can see that there was no problem with the ball. The ball was staying on the ground and move. Understand me, sir? Yeah.
All right. Parris and Nicholson should be in the squad for June. The one thing I will say about Nicholson, I'm wondering how that would work with him coming out of Russia and going back into Russia. That's the only problem. I don't know, because based on what just started today in the conflict between the nations out there, would there be any difficulties with him traveling to Jamaica and heading back? What route does he take in? What route does he take out? That is the only concern I'd have for Shamar. But outside of that, yeah. But that is the concern I have. How will travel affect his inclusion? I don't know that it will, but that's something I can probably check his management and find out if he's called up, if he would be able to make it, because I think their window will be operated differently, and that would be because their league has been isolated almost from every other league. So that is the problem I'd have with him. How would he get in and how will he get out? So
I think,
yeah.
I think he can come out, but the problem is to get in.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And Fresh God is trying to find out from you where is Arnett Gardens B field?
Right beside the big the stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Fresh
I
got a
don't know.
Carnan money, I don't really know town still. So.
Because he thinks they train that Charles. All right, so people they don't really train on the surface at Arnett Gardens, They have what they do is that they play all their games there and all their youth teams and everything play on it. Yeah. You can't be calling up JPL playing and not calling Parris. And not be calling Parris. Yeah, I think I mean, he should be called. I can't say he has to because I'm not the coach, but I think I agree with you, Tennessee, Lewis. If he's not called, it's going to have and leave many questions. Many questions. Brain Drain is saying traveling in and out of Russia is difficult, but not impossible. Yeah. So, is how much are they willing to sacrifice to get him in and out of Russia? I think that is going to be, like I say, I think that is going to be the challenge. I think King Job saying that you got a glimpse of what a football can look like with better surfaces, and that is true. But wait till we see Flemo. Listen, all right. Listen, if a player is out there and they are quote unquote making waves, they should be called up. Because I want, for example, like one player, I think I'm glad that he's on the new management, is Maggie. Like I still believe that Maggie at his highest level, playing at his highest level, full fitness, has something to offer to the Jamaica's football. I think if we can get him fully fit, fully smart in terms of ball playing, I think he adds a dimension to our football. He adds a quality to our football that I think will lift us to a level. So he's one of those players that I want to see radically begin playing like some really good football at his club. Don't know if that is going to happen. The other one I think is like Richard King has to find a way of moving out of Jamaica, playing in a league that is competitive at a high level.
Right.
Like those two players, I think going ahead can become very instrumental if they're performing at their optimum levels. One needs to be more active either at the club he's at, go on alone and be playing regularly. The other one I think needs to find an exit out of the JPL into one of those leagues. That's what I believe. What say you, Unseen?
I share the same sentiment. I think King should leave this country as soon as possible, for his development, because if he stays here any longer, he will not improve. I also think Ramon Powell should, find another club overseas to get, more intense, training and also competition, so he can develop more. Because those are the players that the coach are looking at, and those positions are crucial. And I think with more, with more professional training and stuff like that, they will become better at their craft. A lot more players, they need to go, but it's down to the agents and the clubs, down to them management and the players what they want. If they want to stay here or they want to go. You understand me?
Yeah. I see. Oh geez, I just saw this comment a while ago that I wanted to ask you about quickly. Oh, Fresh God was not Fresh God. Brain Drain is asking you this question on the scene.
How long the white shirt to remain white? As long as possible.
Yeah, that was funny.
Bridget, you need to fix Calabar program with Bridget. Yeah, the man with all the money, you know.
Yeah. And J. Ross is also reminding us that Bobby Reed also scored for Fulham, though Fulham lost the game by 3-1. Did Michael Hector play? Big up Eddie Guna. Yeah, man, blessings.
Yeah, man. Big up, Eddie.
Yeah, El Padrino, bless up, man. All the while, Claudia, bless up, Yeah, then this is a big thing now. We need a right back and a DM for the Nations League. I am telling you, I think right back is where I don't know. I for some reason I don't think Javian Brown at this time can give us what we need. Maybe with development, but I don't see it yet. In fact, this is me, right? I would take a risk on Tariq Xeminis over Javian Brown. That's me. That's my opinion. What about you, Ansi?
Can I use 1 or 2 games to really shut out the youngster? Both of them should be in the team, and both of them should get a chance based on how they perform in training, and the coach look at them if they are fit enough and they are following instruction, the tactical instruction and stuff like that. So I won't take that risk. I would play the one that have the experience. It's just that Javian Brown needs more work. Same with Zimenez, needs a lot of work also. So there are 2 good players, 2 young players, and something. Brown is playing at a higher level, better, more experience. So
yeah, I am not saying that they shouldn't be in the squad, I am not saying that Brown shouldn't be in the squad. No, I am saying that right now, I think there's something missing in this game to me, in the national team, and he needs some sort of development. I don't think he's the best person in terms of his defensive coverage. He's going to get better, and because of that, I need to find a next option that is better. All right, and sometimes I feel like Zimenez offers more defensively than him. That's me. But I would not remove any of them out of the squad. I would keep both of them.
really good as a Javian until get a better right back from England.
So Eddie, are you saying that you wanna try Zimenez to see what he can do, given the chance?
Zimenez play good enough. The last game, Zimenez play well. And he's 17 years old?
Yeah, well, he need to come on for a long period of time. I mean, he came on in the Canada game and he came on in the game against Honduras. This person saying, to be honest, I am a huge J. Brown supporter, but I'm not seeing that he's a kind of. I am seeing that he is kind of shaky in defense, kind of wild too. But what he's definitely missing is a good cross on this foot. Modern right backs need that, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's a bad player. I'm not saying that he should be kicked out or dropped out of the squad. I just think there's something missing in this game that if we are serious right now about winning the Nations League or finishing in the top 2, top 3, top 4, that we may need an option right now until he develops some more on the flaws in his game.
Question no man is who is in the JPL who is better than him so far? Who is it?
I'm not in the JPL.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking JPL.
Or in England. Who is in
That's what I'm
England
saying. I
now?
don't know. I
That
don't
is
know of any
Jamaican.
option. I don't know of any option. Yeah. What about this guy who they call for the Peru game? His name is Howell as well. I think he was the captain of the U17 team, and he was the captain of the U20 team that we had that barely missed out. Javian Brown was on that team. He used to captain JC as well. Howell, Malik Howell is his name. He played in Peru.
That Brown.
Yeah,
Brown.
he's a right back that played in Peru as well.
Them dash him where I go.
I don't know, but I don't know if he's an option. I don't.
And he's a good talent, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because
he's in college.
He's in college. There you go.
But he's a good Malik Howell. He's a good fresh guy. Taylor development.
Oh, he's not developed yet, fresh guy. I don't know. Just because he didn't play long in the game.
But one is, man, if you look at, you can't really blame some of these youths. Because if you look at their development from Jamaica, remember Brown was playing centre back here most of his life in Jamaica, right? And then when him go overseas now, them try to convert him into a position.
Exactly. That is my point. I think he's a better centre back than right back, but he's too short to play centre back, I think. Right. Because he's not very good. It doesn't head the ball well.
Right. And him get too chunky. You understand? You can't jump as high as how we used to jump in the schoolboy league. He get too chunky. He have more speed now than before. He have more speed than when he was in the schoolboy league.
Yeah, and I see King Job saying West Harding is a better defensively, but doesn't offer much going forward to me. But I'd rather have a better defender for my right back position. I don't West Harding is a good player. I don't know if he's an upgrade. I'm saying that I think Zemeniz is good defensively. What Zemeniz may not be able to do is to kind of have the same success going forward against senior players as he would against the junior players. But defensively, I think he can match up against anyone. Somebody saying that Staple from Harborview is the best right back in the JPL right now, which is probably true. He's playing the best, but he's very poor defensively. I mean, every time team play against Harborview, they score down the right side where Staple is at. But going forward, he's always scoring. He has a very good kick. He's very good heading and being in the position to score goals. He has a lot of speed, but defensively, he's a little bit vulnerable.
Question, man. Did Zimenez get the transfer to go at Mount Pleasant? Did the transfer went through?
Up to today, it has not gone through.
Okay.
All right. So what happened is that, remember that, and this is what I'm saying, that players who are amateurs cannot sign contracts, right? So that is why a player like Parris or Zemeniz, these players are not under contract because they're still amateur. You can't have amateur kids in contracts. All right. So say now Zemeniz. So the rule is that only a certain amount of money can be paid for him. They raise that to 60,000. But still, Harborview, so there's a rule that the transfer must be completed by the close of the transfer window. Mm-hmm. All right. And if 7 days after the window, it is not completed, the club can hold on to the player. So, unless a letter was sent from the receiving club 7 days before the window was closed.
Right.
All right. So Mount Pleasant apparently were having problems. So they have said that they sent a letter to the JFF to intervene from the 22nd, which means that Harborview really don't have right according to the stuff to hold on to the player. But really and truly, it is so Jamaica, and I think this is one of the reasons why people say Jamaica football is what?
Unprofessional.
and what they call it? Party shop, not true.
Party shop.
I think these are the kind of things that make it look like it is party shop business. Now the question is, if the player don't want to play, what do? If he doesn't want to play at the club that he's at, he wants to go to the other club, and all of those arrangements have been made. For example, they said that he has shifted his schooling from Kingston to St. Anne. What are you going to do now? So all of those little things now, and that is why I said in my video, I respect Harborview as a club because of how they have always structured and work, and I have nothing bad to say about them. I have nothing bad to say about the club or the people operate, because I think they have a module that works. But both clubs need to decide what is best for the player. Mm-hmm. And if it is a concern that, well, if this player goes overseas, we're not going to get any money, here is what you need to do. Say, Mount Pleasant, or would you be willing to give us 1% of the 5% you get when the player goes overseas? You understand me? But the important thing is to get the player playing. Let me just put up these respect, but Ricardo Baggio for the super sticker. Much appreciated. Blessings every time. Appreciate that, man. And then Tennessee, yeah. Super sticker $4.99. So we have the Canadian and we have the one from Tennessee, and then Brain Drain all as well, saying money falling from the sky. Rain down. We need some more to rain down. I don't know what triggered that, but thank you so much for the support, guys. Really appreciate it. Go ahead, Unseen, you're going to say something.
Yeah, so I'm saying that if the player made it to Mount Pleasant and was Mount Pleasant player, if Mount Pleasant sell that player, I think that Harborview should get a development fee money whenever that transfer, is disbursed to the JFF, because I think the JFF gets the development fee and then send it out
share
it up to the clubs.
Exactly. So that's what
I don't see any problem.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That is that they just come to an arrangement that this and this club must get this club. You understand me? Just come to that arrangement. But what I don't want to happen is that the player gets affected.
Right. Because he doesn't want. I think he wants a different environment.
Oh, I just get this now. Jason Ferran making sense of it. Bridget is a smart fellow. You know what you see what he did? He put the thing in green, and then you see what Jason did. Hey, these Calabar guys, one thing with the Calabar guys, they always giving super chats. They may not win champs, but the money battles belong to C-Bar.
It's the KC man, them now win the champs.
Well, I didn't say that. Maybe they're not earning from the winnings, but you can tell that the Calabar people earn from their winnings because they always hit it up with super chats and stuff like that. Yeah, but that's what I want. I want to make sure that the player actually plays, because that is the important thing,
Right.
The important thing is that the player plays. All right. Remember now, a few weeks ago, I had Carlton Spanner Dennis on the program. So if you have not seen that, go and check it out. Go and check out that Carlton Spanner Dennis. See it? Jason, that is right, that Jason. Green Calabar money.
What is that?
Yeah.
I would love for you to tell the audience which team in St. Anne Parris played for. Which club team in St. Anne Parris played for?
Napoli or Windsor, because he's from that place. That's where
is that club still active or there?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay.
But I remember when Karim Parris left. All right. So when Karim Parris left Jamaica, I was 17. Mm-hmm. So he used to play for even St. Anne,
Mm-hmm. As a parish league.
Yeah, like under 14. They used to have those things where they St. Anne would play against different parishes. All of those They used to exactly. All right. So the truth is that he was never, quote unquote, owned by a club. See, Uncle tell Napoli, or they call it Windsor, but it's the same Napoli from outer St. Anne. They're up by what they call Marley.
Right.
The place they call it Marley.
And when him come St. Catherine now, he played for a club named Time and Patience when he was at Dintil in the under 17 league, St. Catherine under 17 league.
He played for a club over there?
Yes, man. Ask him father. Ask his uncle or I can tell you. Time and patience the team name.
All right. What I will tell you is that he wasn't supposed to play for any club over there.
He played for the club there.
Well, whether he played for them or not, he wasn't supposed to.
And you scored a lot of goals in that competition also.
Which is fine. What I'm saying though, what I am saying to you is this. So, to be fair to Parris, once he was spotted at, I know this, when he was at Dintil, his representative took him to a club, before he got to Cavaliers. When they brought him to that club, his representatives felt like the club would have given them difficulties when it came time for Parris to go overseas. That's how he ended up going to Cavaliers. It was the representatives who brought him there.
Travis, get some history before they reach Cavaliers.
Yeah, man, we're talking about before he got to Cavaliers, because we're not denying that. I'm not denying that he was. I'm not denying that he was at Cavaliers. He was. You can say he's a Cavalier player because that's rare. But really and truly, it was a decision of his representatives. So you couldn't say, well, boy, Cavaliers are a very good scouting thing, because you can imagine they scouted and they found Parris and they brought. No. He wasn't scouted. He wasn't found. That was not the case for that player. But Cavaliers have a good scouting system. You get it wrong. But with Parris, it wasn't like that. Dintil, people need to understand, it's not now Dintil coming to St. for players. Remember when Eldamap did his interview, Bailey did his interview, he spoke about some of them going to Veer and the rest of them going to Dintil. Dintil has always over the years come into St. Anne for players and bring them into Dintil.
Right.
All right. Says you're a manager. Which player are you selecting first worldwide? Oh, that's Bridget and Travis. Blessing Patrick Riley. If Jamaica need a right back, they need to go scouting. That's just the fact. There are a lot of good players out there. Out where? The Harbour View, Philego, the youth, the 65 is a profit, and what they paid Bull Bay for him. Yeah, if they even paid Bull Bay, youth a baller before him reach. And this is the issue now. A lot of people are saying this now. Here, I was going to make this point, and I think let me put about this comment. Playing Planeta 41 is making a point. And let me say this. I understand Harbour View's position. I understand Harbour View's position. Right? What is Harbour View's position? Brethren, unseen, if you have a player right now and you hear some Bayern Munich come for him and then the next club want him, what are you going to do? The next club of Jamaica want him. What would you do?
The most Bayern Munich may reserve him for man.
You would have tried hold on to the player.
Yeah.
But don't it?
Yeah.
So I can't say Harbour View are wrong for doing what they are doing, because they are saying that if this player goes overseas, we're not going to get any money. So I'm not saying that they are wrong. All right? But in certain situations, you have to ask yourself, what is the wisest thing to do? Because here's what's going to happen. If you break down the relationship with the player, when the player goes away, will the player want to come back and have anything to do with your club? So sometimes you have to lose to win.
True.
You have to give up to go up. So what I would say is that maybe there's a way they can give up this and it benefit them in the long run.
It's like a benefit them money, man, because they always get development money.
Yeah, I remember. All right, I was going to make the point that when Carlton Davis came on the platform and did his interview, he mentioned many players who left his club and went to the same Harbour View, and he has not gotten any money, but he released them. So I think that is that is part of this thing, you know.
Spanner?
Yeah. So if you watch the Carlton Spanner Dennis, you'll hear all the names and you have said 90% of them ended up at Harborview.
Yeah.
And he said, me never get no money for that one. No, man, me never get no money for that one. Me never get no money for, man, just a name. Me never get, he said, Maggie are my player. Now, man, Campbell are my player. Richard Rest are my player. Richard Edwards are my player. All of them players there are my player.
So
me
never get no money.
He said the only one he got money for was Maggie. And a little bit, Javian Brown is his player. Him call all of them.
So I'm not getting no money. I'm supposed to get development money.
Well,
development fee money.
but that is what I am saying. So sometimes you have to give up to go up.
One thing we know though, Spanner Dennis have
There you
a
go.
blessing to get.
There you go, Mr. Cross. That me telling them. The money is from Mali, brother. Used to play for Rising Star / Napoli. I tell you, so I don't know who denied that.
Well, one of our friends last night on a show said that, you know, the club is inactive.
No. Well, the club is inactive because there is no football. There has been no football in Jamaica.
So that means they're not entitled to no money.
But I'll say this, listen, they should have gotten the money, even the Senton FA, because the Senton FA really, in my opinion, was a part of his development. All right, so here's the thing though. I think what Kai Parris I think still helps out the community, to be fair to him. You understand me? But really and truly, a little bit of the money should have go to the community. Or maybe they don't get a large amount, because I don't know how much I get, you know. I don't know how much I get. All right. Bring up Brian Mighton. Man, is the amateur thing is an issue in the clubs, though. It is something that will affect the club if we will continue to allow players to play as amateur. Yeah. Okay, so what I think Brian is saying is that we need to probably move it from amateur to what? Professional, and pay them. You can pay a player while he's going to school, because then if you start doing that, a lot of problems, you know, you're going to have to start playing the athletes who are running at champs.
Not really that. You can't get a scholarship.
And then, right, and does that affect them getting scholarship?
Mm-hmm.
Peso. Big up. Thank you so much, Denton. Changing the color. Listen, you need to put up, Denton, you're a William Nib man, you know, you can't use yellow, you know. You have to use purple and green, William Nib color, you know.
One is one.
But let me take this Peso one. Peso says, let me call him and then I'll let you speak. I am sure sports. I'm not in agreement with you on this. Harborview, I'm not saying that they shouldn't let go of the baller, but I can understand why they would want to hold on to the baller. I agree that the baller should be let go, but I can understand why Harborview would not want to let the baller go. All right, go ahead and see. Let me call. Oh.
Yeah. So this is my biggest problem, management. The unprofessionalism in terms of the whole Jamaica football system, in terms of information to the players, teach them about agents and stuff like that. The contracts, how to sign contracts, you know, managing your money, stuff like that. It's like a certain people in the football industry have the knowledge and they're just holding on to it and they're not spreading it wide into the wider horizon. Understand me? We can't get information on how much money a player is sold for. Simple something like that. You know, we're asking how much money you sold Jamai to before. We can't get the figure. You know, can't get the figure. How much money these players sold, we can't get the figure. Why?
If you sell a baller right now on the scene, and I brought you on this program, and you're in the garrison, I'm gonna say, unseen, how much you get for the ball? And see you get 15,000 US. Would you publicly say that?
No, I say 15, I say 10.
Why would you tell? But you're telling a lie.
I said up to 15.
You would come on
Yeah.
in the present Jamaican climate, in a community, and come on and say you got 15,000 US.
Yeah.
Okay, but
The
I'm saying
NBA is from a garrison and how much million them selling for?
eh?
The NBA come from a garrison, how much money them selling for?
No, it's not. Who get the money? Who get the money? Come on, man. It's a different thing. I'm talking about you, man. Listen what I'm asking you. You say live in cassava piece, and you run an academy, and a man give you 15,000 US for Chingley Foster. Would you come out living in that community and say, I receive 15,000 US for this player?
Yeah.
Okay, me just ask you.
Of course.
No,
one thing you have to remember in the man is, man, youths love coaches now once them do well. You know.
Youths love coaches?
Yes.
No, what I want you to understand that we in a community where the people them love money. And when them hear you have money, them think of them own. And them want to come for it. That is why people don't come online and talk about them get paid. And them don't put up them salaries, because in Jamaica, people believe that once you have money, they believe that, you know, go and go work. And when you get your pay, you tell us so we can come and collect it. That's how Jamaica work.
So you believe so it must continue like this, where the unprofessionalism continue in terms of we don't know the information about a player being sold or stuff like that.
I don't even think the player should disclose their salaries. We're not in an environment where those things are, people are protected. But what I will say is that I think the clubs need to post those things on their website. So you should be able to go to Cavaliers and see their total transfer, the amount of money they receive from transfer for the window, and the amount of money they spent on transfers. That should be on the club's website. So then persons can say, okay, look like they get around this amount. But in terms of individual, so I should be able to go on Mount Pleasant website and see that they spent like 50,000 US on transfers, right? I don't know how much Cavaliers get. I don't know how much Waterhouse get. I don't know how much Mullines get. But I know that they spent 50,000. I should know and see that Cavaliers receive 20,000. And I say, okay, how many players did? Right. That general information, I agree, should be out there. But in terms of a club owner in Jamaica coming out, and it is mandatory for them to come out and say, this is the amount, I don't think that in the present climate in Jamaica, it is the safest thing to do. But there needs to be a level of transparency.
And the next thing to man is, the contract. You know, educating the players how to sign a contract. You know, what you should sign for. How to terminate a contract. You understand me? Them players don't know something.
Yeah, but unseen. I cannot blame the clubs. So here's my thing. If you go to high school, brother, you do CXC, right? You do CXC. I am assuming that at some point you did English language in school. At some point you probably read Pam and Tim or Pam and Tom. Thinking at some point you read Gulliver's Travel or Zachariah Z.
Yes.
Right? And they ask you, what do you understand from the story? And you say, Zachariah have one big old dumpling in his head. If you have done that, and somebody present a contract to you, you know, if you read it, and if you don't understand it, you ask your mother, you ask your father. If your mother and your father can't do it, you ask your cousin, you ask your uncle, you call Freddy Butler, you call somebody, but don't go sign a contract if you don't understand it.
One is Marie Jason, super chat, in my course.
Jason, man, is why don't the GFF target Ben Johnson from West Ham? A good right back and one for the future if we get him. I agree with you. Jason, Jason, can't believe you accused me. Yeah, me forget. Yeah, but I believe that we need to find a right back, and I'm hoping Paul Hall will look that side, Jason, definitely. But we have our guest, he's driving.
Yeah, man, it's me on my way in.
Okay, so you want to get us back when you get inside and you sit down and thing?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, because the people
I
have
just
been
want to
waiting.
make sure, you know.
The people have been waiting, and
Yeah?
you know how much money them pay for you go back for you stay on stage, and you never reach on stage yet. A penny concert going on in here, you know. All right.
We're going to take off my shirt. We're going to take off my shirt and cuss when I come in.
No. No, man, they get me in trouble, you know.
All right,
Man, they get me in trouble.
just give me a few minutes. Give me a few minutes.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yes, man. Back to
Yeah, but let's stick to Jason. Yeah, I think yeah, I think this is a good option. Ben Johnson is a good option, and I think they should use Mikel Antonio in recruiting him. Yeah. Oh, somebody else says not Pam and Tim, it's Pam and Roy.
But yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Anthony. You were going to say something before.
When I say if we continue on the top, the point where I make.
Yeah, what I'm saying that the players should read, and if they can't, so if I get a contract and I know, for example, you hear all of these things happening on these platforms, and you get a contract, brethren, you can engage an attorney, you know, and to just read through it for you, and it may not even cost a lot of money. If you are going to get 50,000, and an attorney would read through the thing for you, or a paralegal, and say, give me $5,000, man, I'm going to check it out for you and tell you what to do. You know, just pay that. But some of these, that is the thing. Find help, bro. Don't sign a bad contract and then blame the person who gave you the contract. Read it through. Check it out. So I will not blame clubs for that. I blame players for that.
But one is one. Most of them, boy, rough.
You gonna tell me that they can't read?
Rough. We never say, we never say nothing.
Oh.
But it's rough, And I believe that they don't know. They don't know a lot of these information, They don't know it because they haven't been taught.
Bridget, I'm an adult, right? Big man. And when I get something, I still have people check it for me. Because sometimes interpretation, especially when it comes to legal things, interpretations and all of those things, you ask people opinion. But if you finish high school, even if you can't read, all right? If you can't read, then get somebody who can read. And it's not just reading, it is reading and understanding.
Right, that's the thing. Reading is that you have to understand it, So I guess some of them may read it, but they don't understand the words.
I gave somebody a contract before, you know what I said to them? They said, yeah, man, I read it already. So I said to them, you understand it? They said, yeah, man. So I said to them, all right, you know what? Tell me what you understand. You see me ask them that, and when we hear them say, I say, no, there's nothing like that in it. And then say, oh, what is it trying to say? So I think that is a part of it. All right. Jason is saying, man, we need to change the culture and stop hiding. Scammer flossing in a dance every night. Wash them foot with champagne, and businesses making money legally can't even disclose funds. Yeah. You know what? Hey, Jason, that is a serious thing.
Yes, man.
The man who's earning honest cannot tell how much money him get. And like he's saying, scammers are out there flossing and endorsing.
Nobody not grab them,
Huh?
Nobody not grab them.
There you go. But you know what I'm saying though? There's some of the same guys who we say can't read and they can't understand contract. Some of them are smart enough to scam people millions.
Shop for money.
So how you can be so smart to put together mechanism to do those things and earn millions, and you can't read a simple contract? Come on, man, we have to do better. You know, brethren, I know I should not have said that with you in here. And I always say to people, if you have to get up in your house every day and say, are you wear the pants in the house? Maybe you don't wear the pants. You understand me? Maybe you don't wear the pants. But I do agree that we need a right back. So let's come back to the football. We need a right back and we need a good CDM, I think, in the team. But when Freddy come on, we're going to spend an hour hopefully and talk about youth development. You know, we started that conversation with Coach Andrew Edwards. If you have not watched that video, please go back and watch it. And he's going to come and talk to us about some of the practices that he uses.
One is my first guy, right?
Yeah?
Your first guy, right?
What? Scammers, they will make millions in a 1 hour? Yeah? Yeah, that's that way. Big up the coaches, this man. Coach Minzy, yeah, man, tired, man. The man do a good work at Champs. People, you have to congratulate.
Yeah, man, big up.
You have to congratulate coaches like Coach Minzy, you know.
Big up Coach Minzy, you know.
Training some of those athletes over there at St. Diego. You understand me? Integral part of the female program out there.
Also, a player played a part in Peter McGregor.
Yeah.
No people know that, you know.
Yeah, Peter McGregor keeps scoring. Yeah, Brian might also ask a very good question up here. I was going to take it, you know. But let me find it back. Let me just take it from, but this is originally his question. If you're an amateur player, how you can have an agent, but you cannot, you understand me, you're an amateur. Can you have an agent as an amateur? I think so, because LeBron James was not a pro and he had an agent. A lot of the players who come into the NBA out of high school, they have agents. They sign to agents when they are planning to make the transition to pro. Mm-hmm. But they are still considered amateur, like a college football player. When he's going to go into the NFL draft, he signs to an agent. However, the college can't give him any money because it breaks the NCAA rules. Right, Brain Drain?
Right.
Most of their agents are not in Jamaica. I don't know. If I were a player, why would I sign to an agent in Jamaica? To move me from where? From Westmoreland to St. Elizabeth? I want an agent that is traveling all over the world, man. Me no need an agent to move from Westmoreland to Kingston to Westmoreland. No, I don't need an agent for that purpose. Yeah, right, Unseen?
Right.
We need an agent that have contacts in Europe and in the Americas and those places. That's where we need an agent.
Not a PMP agent.
Yeah, there you go. So fresh Brain Drain is agreeing that it would be an NCAA violation if you had any sort of, I don't think they can even have endorsements. I don't think they can even have endorsements, you know. Manins, if they're not looking in, do you think they're looking outside of the country? I think right now, outside of Zemini's, I know they call up Staple, very good player. I like him a whole lot. But I think defensively has some flaws. So I would want to believe. I know that there is one player, son of a former national player, who plays overseas. He probably will be in the under-20 team. He can play right back because that's where he plays. And he has an agent. So he will be in the under-20 team. And so out of that, I think he's one option. But there must be people, I think, Paul Hall, looking at outside of Jamaica.
Is that
I just got some information here. They are saying that if you sign with an agent, your college eligibility is finished. In other words, this person is saying that you can't even sign to an agent when you're in college in the States. So he's saying that, all right, you can't sign to an agent, which is no. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask, when Freddy Butler comes on, that's the first question we're going to ask. All right, can amateur players have agents? And who is an amateur player?
True.
Are we just using the term amateur so that we don't pay players? Or we don't have to pay them? So, Texter, thanks for that. Very important information. Neil NIL is new, started last year. Name, image, and likeness. Some athletes have been cashing in. Okay, so Brain Drain is saying that there's a new thing called NIL, which is name, image, and likeness. So people, you can gain money from image rights in college and high school. Is that what you're suggesting, Brain Drain? If you can expound on that a little bit, that would be good to know. But if you're a local player at a certain age, maybe you do need one local agent to bring you to Mount Pleasant or to Cavaliers. Once of them money club there. I just need my father or my mother.
Once you're amateur, the father
Yeah,
and
if
mother.
I'm an amateur, my father and my mother suppose I can negotiate.
Unless you have somebody you trust, and you say, I have a give a little money and deal with you.
Yeah.
Differently for your peers. But that's most likely mutual agreement.
Yeah. All right. Aspiring players and players now should be educated on their profession, not only about kicking the ball, but off the field business, agents, contract, etc. You know what is funny though? So every second Thursday on I Am Sure Sports, listen to me. We have this thing where we have in partnership with Launch Legacy. People here remember this. In partnership with Launch Legacy, I Am Sure Sports have had on this platform about life insurance. All right, we have stuff about life insurance, right? We did a whole thing on budgeting. We had Elvis Beaverheart coming on talking about tax and getting your tax compliance certificate. All of those things, how you do that, file your own taxes. But here's the thing, people don't watch those things. They don't want the information. When you present the information out there, they don't want that information. Once they start getting money, they don't want to hear anything else. And that is part of the problem. We think having the money is enough. We don't want to understand the business of money to make better decision. All right. I get in the next one here. It says, I went to Ohio State University management. It's all about college football. Dear brother, Brain Drain is correct. All right, Brain Drain. They say Brain Drain is correct. Come on, people, put your hands together for Brain Drain. He is correct. Again. They can have endorsement, just not monetarily. LeBron had an endorsement with Nike, more than $1 million before he even got drafted in the NBA. Yeah? Okay. But LeBron James didn't play college football. I don't know if the rules are different for college and high school. Right. That's why LeBron signed to an agent because he wasn't going to college. Right. So LeBron had an agent because he wasn't going to go to college. And then Jesus said that sometimes mommy and daddy don't have a clue, manins.
True. So that's why I would say maybe sometimes you must have somebody who you trust who can negotiate for it.
You need a local agent.
You can link money's money. Money's money is a local agent.
You know what needs to happen then? Here's what. Some of these agents who operate overseas probably need to establish a local group of people who work for them.
True.
So, for example, like Elite, that's what the name. You have like Kevin Cohen, who is an agent. Maybe like Kevin Cohen need to have like 4 persons who work out here locally for him, but it is the same agency. It's like they have a branch in Jamaica, a local branch. So maybe that can work. Brain Drain then says, yes, for example, you can use your image, not the school, to advertise products and make deals and money. Oh, this is in college, Brain Drain. So in college now, you can use your image, but not the school's image. And you can advertise products and make money while you're playing like college football.
There are ways to go around it.
Hey, caller. Person here texting you, see you know. You know, I know this. Brain Drain, I'd love for this texter, but they're not going to call in, you know. I'd love for them to call in and explain this, but I kind of figure that he's probably at work, so he's not going to call in. So I'm going to put up your comment and hear what he's going to say. Canada, who is getting scholarship to USA to play basketball in the top school to go directly to the NBA, and his parents acting like fools and don't want to go with him. Oh. Yeah, all right. Let me get this one.
Fresh God,
yeah, Fresh God, a beat and teach. Tell him we cheer for Michigan and Penn State. No Buckeyes, Ohio around here. Do you hear that? Maybe you need to call in, you know, and take on Brain Drain. Everybody wants to be footballer, coach, but no one wants to be an agent. Yeah, nobody wants to be agent. I wonder why.
Jason.
You can do it from in high school as well. I don't know. Like I get in so many mixed things on this, right? All right. So we have a call coming in unseen. So we're going to take this call. This caller is calling in the Ohio Buckeye. The Ohio Buckeye. Come, let me just call him back. I think I accidentally. Oh geez. Make sure I connect up this. The man from Ohio is calling to beat Mr. Brain Drain about your Michigan and all of those things. Oh, hold on. Hey, caller.
Hey, man is back.
Yes.
That guy Brain Drain serious.
You watch? He's in the comment section listening to you. You know, he says, no Michigan and no Penn State. Only Michigan and Penn State around here. No Buckeyes.
Man, yo, that's our beating stick, bro. Yo, listen, man. They won one game this year, or maybe it was this year, in the last 10 years. We beat them like 10 times in a row.
You beat Michigan 10 times in a row, or Penn State?
10 times in a row. 10 times in a row, bro. Ask him. But on that on that signing thing, once you sign with an agent, brother, it's over for you. You can't do that.
Okay.
You give up your college eligibility.
Okay,
but
so if you sign for an agent in college, you have to. You can't play any college sport.
Nah, it's over for you.
Can you
They came out with this
can you have endorsements?
Yeah, they came out with this new thing now where basically I think it's called NIFT or something like that. But
is it the same NIL that Brain Drain talking about?
Yeah, it's big. So you can make money now. You can make money now, like literally, you know. The people endorse you, but how it works in college sports, like especially college football, what used to happen, a lot of these guys are getting paid under the table. You understand what I'm saying? A lot. I'm talking millions. But now with this NIL, whatever the acronym stands for, they don't have to do that anymore.
It says, and Brain Drain says name, image, and likeness.
Right. Because in the past, a few college basketball players took them to court and won. So now they got to pay these guys.
Okay.
You understand? Like the running back for the Dallas Cowboys, I was in the same class with him. We're in the same class.
Yeah?
Yeah. Ezekiel Elliott. Yeah. So you know what it is to sit right next to a dude who you know is gonna be a millionaire, bro.
Yeah.
Literally.
Are you not his friend?
Nah, we just. I mean, that yard my whole corner. So as you say to me, when I was right, you know what I mean? But I knew him.
Okay.
It's like football, it's huge, bro. And I talk huge, man. When you go to the stadium, man, it's huge.
So did you play football? Listen, but you're not wise, man. You should have been the igloo carrier.
Nah, brother, it's not like that. I went to the Fisher School of Business, brother. Come on, man.
All right.
What's that GSC not come from? I'm kidding.
All right. It's a JC no bag. And JC the spud.
I understand Craig Butler's attitude. Believe.
Okay.
I understand.
All right, but we have the other Butler on who promises to take off his shirt and show us the tattoo of his club. I understand. So,
What's his name? Altimont?
Yeah, Altimont Freddy Butler. So,
I've seen you. I've seen an interview with him where he. I respect him because he went to another country and he speaks fluent French. Parlez-vous français? So he.
Yeah, but
he speaks French.
Brain Drain, I think, is taking back all that he said. He says Ohio State a big football school. They run the Big Ten almost every year. So
yeah. I mean, Michigan. I mean, come on, man. Listen, man. You gonna beat the brakes off of them this year. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, man. All right. Yeah, man.
I like your show.
Yeah, man.
Do your thing, brother.
Yeah, man. Blessings. And he says Hoskins that died recently also went to Penn State.
Yeah.
To Ohio State. Yeah.
Yeah. He died we won the national championship.
Yeah, because they're actually investigating his death.
Yeah, I don't know. They say he was crossing a highway somewhere.
I don't know. It's such a strange thing, but let's see what happened with the investigation. Yeah, man.
Yeah, they're going. I think he just signed like a new contract. But I wish, you know what I wish, man. I wish a lot of these dudes that live in Jamaica come overseas and just get a different experience, man. Their mind would be so open, bro. Trust me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trust me on so many things. But when you're in a little box and you don't know that the world outside exists, man, you'll say certain things that just don't make sense.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying. But big up to that's the guy Butler, right?
Yeah, man. This is Freddy. Just call him Freddy, right? Freddy.
I've been in France several times, and that language is not easy. So the fact that he's there, he grasped it, and he speaks it. You gotta respect him.
Yeah,
I gotta respect him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll let you do your thing, bro.
Yeah, man. All right. Thanks for the call as usual. Yeah, thanks for the corrections. Right. Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. Bless it. Yeah, man. Sir Freddy.
Yes, man.
I hear the feedback.
Feedback? I don't know where it's coming from. I think everything seems okay from my end.
Yeah. All right. So you know what? All right. So just sign out and sign back in.
I can try that.
Yeah.
Money is man. If I'm like you, I'm sitting beside a millionaire. I'm my friend.
The man went to JC. You didn't get that, bro.
So you're trying to say?
The man went to JC. JC don't do that. Yeah, that's all this kind of stuff. Big up, Mazeline. No, there are no. So how many of the played in the last game played? No locally based, but locally players who were developed locally. All right, Freddy.
Oh, is it now?
We're good to go. Yeah, man. Good. Awesome. Right. Yeah. All right. Welcome to the show. Please do not take off your shirt. That's not allowed, and I am sure sports. So if you feel the need to do so, please let me know. But welcome. Hope you're doing well. Don't know if you have been listening to the conversation, but hope you're doing well.
I was out, so I just got in, so I didn't even get to listen to any part of the program.
All right. So you hear the big man talking about your ability to speak. But you not only speak. How many languages do you speak?
Speak French, Portuguese, a bit of Norwegian, and of course I'm speaking English now. And if you want me to talk, but I can talk that too.
All right. You remember you must turn the phone like this, man, and remove the black thing, man.
It's black thing.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, flip it around.
Well, I do that. Me not see
No,
now.
no, man. So you know you have to go in this thing and put it on a landscape and landscape. It's on portrait right now. So you know what the drill.
Man, just go and work with it, man.
All right, not a problem. Yeah, let's work with it. All right, so one of the reasons I want to talk to you today is this whole and Unseen is here. He just started running an academy, so hope you will learn some things because you have been in this, right? The first thing I wanted to do is that recently your name became, in the last couple of days, your name has circulated across the landscape of Jamaica, and many people have been calling and saying, man, me see your friend, man, me never know the man just getting B. And me say, no. So I want you to explain to people that this is not something new and tell them from when it has. Go ahead.
I have my UEFA B 10 years now. That was I did my UEFA B in 2012. So I acquired the UEFA B since 2012. So I think someone got a hold of a copy of it and it started circulating for whatever reason, and I don't know, but I have my UEFA B over 10 years now. So, and like I said, man, if today or last week I should tell you that I just obtained the UEFA B, I wouldn't be a particular coach in this landscape of coaching, because if I'm just getting a UEFA B after coaching for over 25 years, it wouldn't make any sense to me in my coaching career today.
All right, awesome. Easy. So you hear that, people? That has been clarified, quick and easy. You're in now, Port St. Lucie. What is the name of your academy over there, and what are the levels, male and female, that you run?
We run the Port PSL United, which is the Port St. Lucie Soccer Club. So we have ranges from 8 to 18, both recreational and travel players, serious players, So on the both ends are boys and girls. So in the recreational department, we have probably over 350 kids, and in the competitive department we have over 200 kids, so almost roughly 600 kids in both programs.
And that's and this is a every week program, or just summer programs? And
no, it's an everyday program. The recreational players will come in like twice a week, which will be like Tuesday, Thursday, and the competitive players will come in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and play a game Saturday, Sunday. We also have the UPSL, which is a semi-professional team that when the players after 18 years old, they have somewhere to play after. If they, some players will go after college, some players would not. So we have a semi-pro team that plays in the UPSL, which I'm also the coach for that team.
Okay. How many coaches work within a system? You have 550, almost 600 players. How many coaches work within the academy structure?
Well, on the recreational side, sometimes we use parental coaches or youth volunteers and stuff. On the competitive side, each team have 2 coaches and a team manager. Okay. So you have a head coach, an assistant coach, and a team manager in the competitive department. But on the recreational side, sometimes we use past players or the 18-year-old players or the UPSL players or parental coaches. So that's the way we work in the recreational side. But on the competitive, 2, 3.
Okay. All right. So somebody's saying that it's called a rec league as well?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the rec league. That's the recreational side of things. That's where
Okay.
the kids come in and get introduced to the game. That's where we
All right.
introduce the kids to the game, and
All right. One of the things I want to do today, because we talk a lot, and you tell me about how you do things at your academy in terms of the different age group competition, the size field, how they are developed, in the fact that so much. It's not about winning. You have even substituted your best players. The amount of players that play per game, the amount of substitution, and a lot of those things I don't see in the Jamaica leagues or the academies are just generally in the leagues. I want to talk a little bit about that in terms of the different age groups and why you have those age groups and how many players per game, the length of the game, and how those games go from the earliest levels all the way up.
all right. So from the U8s to U10s, they play 7v7, 7 against 7, so 6 and a keeper. Yeah, and the duration of the game is just 1 hour. So they play in quarters, so 15 minutes each quarter. So they play first 15-minute water break, next 15 minutes half time, 15-minute water break, 15-minute end of the game. So up to 10 years old, we'll play 7 against 7 in a smaller size goal. So the U11 and 12, they play 9 against 9, 9v9, in a little bigger field, a little bigger goal. And the time of the game, the duration of the game is the same thing. So it's still 15-minute quarter, 30 minutes half, 1 hour game. So unlimited substitution. So we our club, we try to gear it more to development more than winning. So no player play actually less than 50% of each game. So no matter what the score, no matter what the situation, no matter what your size and your age, you guarantee 50% of playing time per game. So that.
Okay, let me ask Unseen, because Unseen, you run an academy. What do you think about that kind of structure and that kind of system?
Well, that system will help to give them a chance to love the sports first, not think about just winning. It will help them to grow in the sports. And yeah, sometimes we force down the game on some kids that who doesn't want to go pro or professional. Understand it? And sometimes we think about winning, we throw away the ones that are late bloomers. And I think that system helps to, pick out the best from the crop.
Okay. All right. So let's get back to it. Seven aside, 9 aside. It's like 4 quarters of 15 minutes with water break. Players can come on and off. Same. So let me ask you this: are all the fields you play on the same size, Freddy, and all the goals the same size? Are different venues have different size field and different size?
No. Every within the U8s and the U10, it's a smaller dimension. Don't ask me the dimension and the size. I don't really study that, or I can't remember that off my head. But it's a smaller size field, smaller goals. Like again, you can't expect an 8-year-old to defend the same goal that Peter Check stand up in. So so U7, U8, U9, they play 6 and a keeper, so it's 7 against 7.
Okay.
You hear me? Yeah, and then the U11s and U12, it's a little bigger field with a little bigger goal. I don't remember the dimensions off my head now, but it's a bigger goal than the U10s than the U10s we play.
I ask a question because in Jamaica, like even when the games are smaller sided games, the fields are normally different depending on where the game is played, and even the goals, the size
No,
of the
here
goals.
everywhere we go and play, if we have a game in Miami or Jacksonville or Naples, it's the same size field with the same size goal that they play against. So
Okay,
every team, every club in the league has to adhere to the same dimensional size and goals.
the same size goal and the same size field
Field.
everywhere in the league.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I
And
see
usually the
Unseen.
goals are portable. So you can remove the goal. But my club, our club is set up. I think we have four 7v7 fields. We have two 9v9 field and three full size field.
Okay, I see Unseen he has a question. So go ahead.
Normally, what I see they do, man, is they turn the field like in one half, turning from the touchline to the touchline, and they use that for the Army 11. That's what they told us at the JFF coaching school for the grassroots program.
Yeah, so
7v7.
some Unseen, some clubs do that if they don't have enough space, the facility, so they'll turn the field side and side to make two 9v9 field out of it.
Right. And the
But our club have our own specific. You have clubs that have their own specific 9v9 and 7v7 field. But the clubs that don't have the real estate for that, they'll cut the field a little smaller. So on that full size field, they probably paint a 7v7 field in blue, and then paint a 9v9 field in yellow, and then the full size field is in white. So you might have a little bit more lines on the field, but it's still specific to the age group.
All right, you're going to say something Unseen. Go ahead.
I was saying the under 13 now they use the 18 to the 18 and carrying the touchline a little bit.
The under 13s?
Yes.
Here under 13s we go to full size field.
Okay.
Yeah, but what I think the point I am getting to is that, for example, I'm just going to throw out school names. Say, for example, St. Peter's and Paul has a field and they have their goals. Is it the same dimension as Mona Prep, as Woolmer's Prep, as Quest Prep, as Lannerman's?
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
But is that the case? Because what you will find, you understand me, that at the under, say they're playing under 12, all the schools probably have different size goals and different size fields, so there's no standard.
But one is, man, in Jamaica, normally what they do, they play the competition at one location.
Okay.
For that age group?
Yes, for that age group. One location. They don't travel. I know in sports, all right, in St. Catherine in sports, play at Windal for sports complex. So you know, scope the field in that dimension and everybody goes there and play.
All right. The other important thing you raised, Freddy, is that your 8-year-old don't play in the same competition as your 11-year-olds.
No, if an 8-year-old is good enough to play up, he's not good enough, as an exceptional talent, then he'll stay and play within an age, his age.
Go ahead, I didn't hear that. Just
said if an 8-year-old is good enough to play with the 11-year-olds, then he will play. But if he's not good enough to play up, then he will play on age. He play in his age group.
All right. Again, and that's a good thing, because I asked that question because, like, generally we have prep school competition, and prep school or primary school competition is under 12. So if you're 8-year-old, aren't you're in an under 12 team really? And whether in prep or primary, but generally the kids who are going to play are going to be the bigger kids, which are normally for most part your 5th and your 6th graders. So our 8-year-old are not really playing in competition until they get to grade 6, which I think is part of the developmental problem. While like at your club, the 8-year-old have a separate competition, the 10-year-olds have a separate competition, and the 12-year-old have a separate competition. So everybody is playing the same amount of
In our
football.
club, every age from 8. So we have under 8 that has their separate competition. We have under 9, under 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So everybody has their separate age group for the birth year that they're born.
Okay.
Yeah. So if a player is good enough, then we'll move a player up. If a coach have problems, let's say he has injuries or birthdays or families on vacation, and he has under 10 team and he's missing 2 or 3 players, then he can go to the under 9 and pick 2 or 3 players and bring them up.
Okay. So there's no problem if there's a good enough 8-year-old, he can step up. But generally, they have their competition. All right. Why do you play?
Our thing is, let's say we have a 11-year-old is exceptional, good talent. We don't even matter about size. And let's say he gets to play under 13, but he still has to go back and play on age whenever possible. Because sometimes him can be run, jump, push, everything, and then him kind of lose the interest and the belief and the confidence. So sometimes we have to send him back to play in his age group so that he can learn leadership quality and confidence and belief and show that he's better. So we don't keep him to play in his age group because because he's 10 and he's better than every boy who's 10. So you have to bring him back down there at times to play with his age group.
Okay. One of the other things as well that we discuss is just the body structure or the growth spurt in kids, because you may have in your under 10 you may have a 10-year-old that is in an 8-year-old body and a 10-year-old that is in a 12-year-old body, but they are both 10. How does your your academy deal with that kind of issue with players, and how we share that like in Jamaica? Because like I said, that sometimes we don't look at the different growth spurts in kids, like we just say age group, right? And if you're in the same age group, you're in the same age group. It don't matter how big you are or how small you are. You're 10. But your club kind of deal with it a little bit different.
Yeah, because like I explained on one of the program I came, when I went to Chelsea the first time and they told me I'm coaching 3 teams, I was lost. Like, whatever they asked. Then when he break it down to me that you have a 16-year-old who have the body of a 16-year-old, 16-year-old, a 16-year-old have a body of a 17, 18-year-old. So everybody development is a bit different. And we also have to give the younger ones the opportunity and the chance to develop. So not because we have an 8-year-old with the body of a 6-year-old, we kind of push him to the side because the other kid bigger and stronger and faster. So we have to find ways to place him that him still get playing time and still develop, so that, like I say, if we look at players like the Xavi and the Iniesta and some of these smaller players, like Guerrero and David Villa, if we push those players to the side, they would be world-class players that they are today. So at that age, we still have to nurture them and still have to put them in situations that's challenging, that we can help them with their development.
Yeah. All right, good stuff. I just can't, because some of these things, like I said, that in our context, I don't think, I think part of our it is unlearning a lot of the things that we have learned in coaching. That's part of the thing that I think needs to happen in the football. Yes, it is good to be teaching the coaches, but we need to have some of the coaches unlearn some of these practices in terms of like the growth spurts, the different stages of their development, and where they need to be, though they may be the same age. Part of what you also are strong on at your academy is the fact that everybody has to play. Even if it means you're not going to win the game, everybody has to play. How do you manage that? Because
Come on, at that age, man, nobody. I know in America still, don't get me wrong, a lot of coaches, worry about the wins and the losses. But in what we do, we don't really worry about the wins and the losses. Our thing is that the kids get to develop. Our model is development and straight development. So we try to ensure that no kid than 50% of any. So no matter sport. We players play, players happy, parents happy, and coaches unhappy because we lose the game. So it's very important that for play, the deep, playing, for example, schoolboy football in Jamaica. I have players that I play 3-4 years of schoolboy Manning Cup with, and when you add up them games, they have add up to 3 games. So how them are gonna get good? How them are gonna get better? Because everything in Jamaica does geared to winning. A man want to win and go and say, oh, sister, I beat Cavaliers or I beat. Nobody cares. It's how good you are when you get to 16, 17. Nobody cares. You have to build that foundation of a player. You can score 50 goals. I see people bragging now that players at 14 and 13 break the record of goal scoring in Jamaica. Who cares? Nobody cares. When that professional scout or that college scout comes, it's how good are you today? Or games, how much game savvy you are, or good of a decision maker you are with. Nobody cares at 12, 13 years old. Who give a hell? Nobody cares.
Yeah,
we see. I grew up with players who were way better than I was at 12 and 13. Who became professional, who played for the national team. That's the best. So we have to develop the players and give them more that they can give more. So, and that's the reason why we don't omit players. And when players are 8 years old and a little bit weaker or a little bit slower, we try to challenge them so that they can develop and get better, just like the better ones there.
Yeah. Unseen, what are your thoughts on that? I'm at a school, right? In the Manning Cup, the Costa Cup for 3 seasons. And when he add up his playing time, he doesn't even play a full game for 3 years. 5th form, lower 6, upper 6, and only play 90 minutes of football in 3 seasons. Is that good for football, Unseen? You are building an academy, working in the schooling system.
That will never be good for the development. And it's true. The high school system, most of these coaches and the principal, the administrators, they just want to win, for development. And I think that's the biggest problem we have here in Jamaica. The bragging rights and the old boys bragging rights, the JC and this and that. And when they reach to the big scout or the big clubs, them say, voila, but we can't kick with him left foot good. He only have a right foot, easy for marking at the international game. You understand me? The decision making poor. When if you go down the line and the space block, he kick the ball upon the man while he could have come back up and create space and pass the ball. You understand me? Those tips, those scanning, them not scan, them not talk.
Yeah.
Because everything that they're involved with is geared to win it. We're not developing, we're not coaching the players, and we're not teaching them the games within the game. So everything is geared to that end product of winning. So that's why most of our players don't know play. You know, we have people that would boast that our younger players will go to these places and go to tournaments and win and get success. But why, when we get older, these teams that beat? The only reason why we beat them because we're better athletes. And most times we're a little bit more street smart, that we can solve problems a little bit earlier than they do. But at the end of the day, they are the better players because they understand the game. We in Jamaica weren't taught the game. We don't know the game. You know, and I can tell you that from someone like me who grew up and played the game in Jamaica. And when I come overseas and play, I kind of realize, like, wait a second. I don't really know nothing. And I think some it good. I think some a ball because everybody at Jamaica say, well, Butler this and Butler that. And when I really go now, I kind of realize, so we're really ready for football. You have to really buckle down and then understand the game, the games within the game. You understand? So, and that's one of the big problems in Jamaica. We don't learn the game.
Yep. Listen, I like what you said earlier, that who cares what a child in Jamaica is doing? How many goals they score in preparatory primary school at 10, 11, and 12? Nobody. What matters is what you're doing at 16 and not even 16,
But,
17.
all right, me come right now, man, for scout Unseen, yeah? You think me I go ask Unseen how much goal him score in a under 12 or which team him play for? Or who, yeah? Me no business with that. What number him wear and how much goal him score and which year. Me no business with that. No man hear nothing about that.
Yeah.
You know, we have parents when they bring kids to our club and they start telling you, oh, he's been playing for the last 5 years and last week he had 4 goals. And we just shut them down right away. We don't even care nothing what him doing. I want to see what him can do now. What him can do now. That's what I want to see. Nobody tell me nothing about 5 years ago when he was 10. And he used to play for Unseen, and Unseen taught him this and he scored so many goals. Me not care nothing about that. Me could drop the ball now and see what him going to do when him have the ball and what him going to do when him don't have the ball.
Yeah.
I tell me nothing about a 12-year-old or no nothing, man. If me and you talk about what we did at 13 and 14, does it have any bearing on our career today? I don't care, man. Unless it comes down to what have you learned and how the people who had you developed within that time.
Yeah. I think that is the truth, you know. And I think I hope that we can find. But all right, let me ask you this way, you know. So development is more important than is important. I mean, not that winning isn't important. So how do you reward if your club don't win anything, like season after season?
But Mannins, right. This is how we see it. You see, if we develop good players, we can develop teams with good results. Make sense?
Yeah.
If we develop good individuals,
you get good results.
If we develop good individuals, we eventually get good results.
Yeah.
So you just check it that way.
Yeah, because you have gone to finals and take out your best players out of the game. I want you to tell me.
Yeah, because I don't believe that we should travel 4 hours to Jacksonville and I'm playing an under 14 final and Mannins and Unseen get to play 90% of the game and then Freddy Butler get to play 3% of the game. That is not fruitful for me. Because now I have 5 or 6 unhappy players and we still win the tournament. And then I start losing my players.
Whoa, you hear that, Unseen? Imagine you have a parent travel from Linstead, where you are, Unseen, all the way to Jarrett Park to watch an under 14 competition.
To watch his son play. And his son only play 2 minutes.
Fly out, come Jamaica. And then you don't give him son more than a minute at the game because you want to win. Which one is more important to you, Unseen? Winning or ensuring that parent is happy and all of those things and the player is happy?
Winning and ensuring that the player He's happy.
You sure
Yeah,
I
man.
see?
Man, this is sometime at that level.
But I think
I
it depends though.
I still develop winners, unseen, because I still develop winners within the player. There are winners within. You understand? We have to win an actual game for me to develop a player as a winner.
But Freddy, I think it depends.
But you see, like Leon Price is saying, if you're in a final, winning. But then Claudine says,
No, man.
winning man is man. But at the end of the day, what Freddy is saying, let me say this. What Freddy is saying is that when you win the under 14 competition, what bearing does that have on the player's professional career? You think you can go to Chelsea and say you won the under 13 competition in Jamaica? That no matter. Chelsea no care about that when they were 17.
But Manens, I can play and win. Yes. Yeah, I win. But when that player and these players get to 17 and they cannot open their bodies and turn and switch the point of attack, they're useless to whoever they're going to next. But winning the trophy, I'm going to tell him, just because I won the under 14 competition, you should give me a contract or give me a college scholarship because I won the U14 tournament in Jacksonville. But yet I still cannot open my hip, switch the point of attack on a 40-yard pass on the dime. That makes no sense.
Okay,
we're developing players. We're not here to win trophies.
Yeah,
we're not here to win. Like I said, if I develop the right product, we will win, which we often do.
Yeah,
and that's the reason why everybody gets to go out on the field.
Freddy's team is normally in the top, never get relegated or never finish down at the bottom because of the same practice. Because here's the truth, and this is not at the senior level. This is at the developmental level. What I mean by that? What benefit is it to win a trophy at 8 years old if you're playing in a
if you can't control the ball?
If you have a 5-a-side competition and you only use, we're getting the feedback again. I don't know if you got a call or something. I don't know if you want to jump off and jump on.
No, unseen came off. You still having it?
Yeah, I think it's from your side because that's why I'm moving. So see, we can jump off and jump on again. Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, so Freddy's going to come up. People, understand this. At the younger level, you need to focus on development, because if you win all the trophies and the players don't have the ability to pass the ball better, but you win the trophy, have you really won? That is the question, Have you really won? That's what Freddy is saying. At the end of the day, what is more important to him? It is not the trophy, it's that the player has learned. Because when you're 13, you don't go to Chelsea and tell them that, well, I played for Port St. Lucie, and at 13-year-old, we won the Port St. Lucie Cup, and I scored in the finals. That don't matter to Chelsea when you're 18 years old. So Leon Price, understand, man. Nobody said tell the players not to play to win. Nobody said tell the player to play to lose. Remember, the argument came up. Just listen, man. That he said this. Let me give you again. Listen. If you're 12 years old, you take a 4-hour drive or flight with them to a next city to play a game, and you don't give all the players an opportunity to play, how does that develop all the players? That's the question you have to ask. Because yes, you may win the trophy, but you have 10 players who are not developed. How does that help? Go ahead, Freddy.
You see, some of these people who are talking, and who they believe, if they would go, if let's say we leave Florida and go to Georgia for a 9-hour trip, and they travel with their kid to an actual game, and the kid play 5 minutes of an actual game, where they take time out of their schedule gas, toll, hotel, all these things are involved. How would they feel as a parent?
I'm sure Freddy will lose that player.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We are not in the business of losing players. We retain players. If you retain players at that age level, then you're doing a fine job. Because you're gonna get players disgruntled, players are gonna be happy, players are gonna lose interest of playing the sport and losing interest of playing the game.
Exactly, and that is what we have in Jamaica. This is what I'm saying, We want the problem to be fixed, but we still want to win. That is the issue.
Like I said, Mannings, like I said, if you develop good individuals, you will eventually win games.
Yeah. Right. So here's the truth. The truth is, if you have a JC team or a Calabar team or a Georges team or a KC team or a Mannings team, right? If you have those teams and you keep using the same 11 when you have a 30-man squad, right? What happened to the other 19 players? What happened to them? When the 3 years, like Freddy said, the player who after 3 seasons, the player played less than 90 minutes of football. After 3 seasons, he plays less than 90 minutes. Yeah, Unseen. So how important is winning to you, Unseen?
I think winning comes when you set the foundation, right? If you give everybody opportunity and develop everybody up to optimum best, then winning will come after, and it will become easier for you. And that's when now you have a lot of quality players and person with. It will come down to consistency. Who would you play at the higher level of the football? That's where winning is at the best. You understand me? But at this level, where the grassroots level, everybody should get a chance to develop. Everybody should, no matter the age, the size, the chronological age, and those stuff. People would have to read though and experience these things and the courses to understand. They have to read. Not a lot of people don't really read, and that's one of the biggest problems, management. And they don't have the experience.
Yeah, I think one of the other. Go ahead.
When I'm in Chelsea, up until I think 13 years old, they don't keep scores. The games. When we travel for games, they don't keep scores. No, they don't have a league table or anything. No.
Oh.
They didn't have a league table and they don't no standings. They just play games.
Okay, that's within the league or just like
within
at Chelsea?
Academy, yeah, within the academy. No, when they travel, when the younger kids travel and go and play Charlton and Reading and Arsenal, no league standings or anything. They just play games. Because when they start having these league standings and who leading goal scorer and all these kind of thing, it kind of get wire because everybody focus becomes that. Oh, we're 3 points behind Charlton, so we have to go to Charlton and win. Nobody cares.
So you say they don't keep any record of the points table and scoring and all of those things. They just play ball because it's about development and fun.
They have games. They just play games.
So at the end of that, there's team is the winner. There's no champion.
You only know that within yourself, who you win and who you lose to. Nobody cares about that.
Whoa.
They didn't have points standing.
Whoa. You know that if we did that in Jamaica, we'd have more people playing football. But go ahead, Unseen. I see you had the hand up.
Yeah, so like yesterday, Freddy, I played a practice game against Pembroke Elite. And I played a practice game against Glenmore, the under 14 level, right? So, that we played 30. The first 30 minutes, we played a strong team. So the last 30, I take off everybody off the field and put a different set crap of youths, right? Parris was on the bench like, what coach I do? And a lot of goals scored on them. But I told them I was just looking for what I taught them. I'm in existence for 1 month now, right? and I taught them how to attacking own half, right? And I'm telling them that is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the fandangles, and I'm looking at how they develop, they play the ball from out of the back, come up. You understand me? That's what I'm looking for, and using the communication word, the drop, the step, and so forth. You understand me? But Jamaicans, they don't understand these things.
All right, unseen. So you played a practice game, right?
Right.
Irrelevant. It's a practice game. So the score, whatever, is irrelevant. Yeah.
Really relevant.
So you think it would be fair? You think it would be fair that one unit play this entire 90 minutes? Where how many players go on the last 30?
A brand new set of players, 11.
Brand new 11 players.
Yeah, keep.
So you think it would be fair that you think it would be fair that you have 11 players who didn't participate in a practice game, none at all? How would that help your coaching? How would that help your coaching? The coaching is in the loss. The coaching is in the mistakes that these kids make. Yeah, because I've coached unseen where my team have win 27 games in a row. And me try to put the weakest players on the field so that them can lose. Why? Because when they keep winning, I can't coach. Because for them, it's like, the coach mad. Why the coach I said this and we win? So you know what? I want to lose so I can say, I get it wrong. So I can coach So, back to when I say no to you have to make them they go up on the field, but whole heap of goals score one day. Step in and increase gets and that you didn't. So
Freddy,
sometimes
you're breaking up. You're breaking up a little. So you're breaking up a little.
I don't know. I'm to my phone or is your phone? I don't.
No man, it's your side. Go ahead. No, we hearing you now. We hearing you now. So you're saying that you put a team out. You put a group out there that lost the game, so that you could coach them.
Yeah, man, because when we win all 27 games, man, nobody don't listen to you, man. Everybody so good, man. They man do everything right, man. So even you coach some of these kids, for them things, we want us to do it and working.
All right.
So sometimes we want them to lose so we can coach.
Yeah, very good point. Mr. Wall says that's what is killing Jamaica football. No focus on grassroots and development of the younger players. We just want the finished products. We want to go for every World Cup, even when we have made no preparation. Yeah, Leon said, this is a conversation between Leon and Tennessee. Says Leon Price, but they're kids. Nobody care what they win. We need to develop players, not just talk about winning, but what do they even win? And then Leon responded by saying, I am saying win as much as you can while developing the players. I'm not going to win everything. All right, but at the developmental level, though, Leon, you don't have to win every time. You're not going out there saying that you're not coaching players to lose, but be careful that you don't put winning over development. Again, we're not talking about at the World Cup level, at the Gold Cup level. We're talking about at the amateur, the grassroots level. That's where we're keeping it. Mr. Wasser, look at Pedri and Gavi at Barcelona. 2 players out La Masia Academy. None of them don't reach 21, and they are regular starters at Barcelona. These 2 players are coming from under 8 level. All right. And then Stone Love says, man is man. One of the things here in the US is every player pays to play here. And so you have to play every child. So he's saying that in the US it's pay to play. So you have to play every child.
Not necessarily, it's a pay to play, but not necessarily. When you get to a certain age and you're playing in a certain highly competitive team, you not necessarily have to play the players. So, but we, in what we do, no matter what, if it's paid to play, you have to play. If it's free, the UPSL players, they don't pay, but we still stick to the same model that you have to play.
Yeah. But I mean, I come back to what I always ask. Like this kind of concept, right? Have you ever tried to implement this kind of concept at a grassroots level in Jamaica? Either you personally or to work with any one of the clubs or communities to say, listen, all right, get some 80-year-olds together, and here is a program. Bam. And you say, listen, I'm giving you this program and I will oversee you from overseas. Just work with these 12. You start out with 12, let them pay 500 Jamaican dollars every Saturday. Have you taken that approach and instill some of these things? Because we may not be able to get it across Jamaica, but
I've never tried that, but it's gonna be tough to change the culture in Jamaica, because I've seen where even on your program, two coaches play practice game against each other, and we're bragging to see and what's the score, and we're killing with ball, and I do not care about that, man.
Practice, yeah. Like Alan Ivan said, practice. Are you really going to talk about practice?
Yeah, man, we play a practice game and we're bragging to see, who wins and who, we're talking about. It seems like some of the viewers, man, they're not getting it, that we're talking about 8, 9, 10, 12, 13-year-olds, why it is so important to win.
Yeah.
If we develop the players with the proper coordination and speed and agility and all functions, they will eventually win. They will win. I have an under 12 team right now, which is very good, and we win. We won the last tournament we played. And a few of our tournaments we played. Did I coach them to win? I didn't. I developed individuals who collectively play well as a team, and eventually we win. But I've never coached them to win. I've never gone, and my last words to my players at all times is enjoy it, have fun, enjoy it.
And
I've never gone there and say let's go win. Win? I don't use that words on my players.
I remember you told me that you put the last game you kind of took off I think your best 7 players, and they weren't even on the field, and you put out I only want to say a next 7, and then the team was you bring them on, and I think the game was drawn, they tie up the game, and then you took them back out and put on I don't know, but I can probably relate that story.
I started because this happened yesterday, because on Saturday we played a game and most of the better players played. We beat Juventus 4-1. So yesterday what I did, I removed all of those players and play all the weaker players. But the weaker players gave a good account of themselves, still 0-0, and we put the stronger players in, and the stronger players went in and scored, and we were up 1-0, and I took them back out. We eventually draw the game 1-1, but I could have played straight up to win the game. But now I can go into training tomorrow and I can praise the weaker players and give them confidence and more belief that they figure that we can do this. So on weekend again, I'll give them the same task, and I say, all right, when you do it already, see it, they're going to do it again. Show me say it wasn't a fluke.
Yes, and that is going to make them believe them
feel good about themselves. But what if they didn't play, they wouldn't feel good about themselves, because now they're going to feel, say, wait, the coach believe in a way, and we do something where the coach love, and we can go do it again and try it again and again and again.
Yeah. I see Unseen had his hand up. I think he had a question. So when he comes back on, I'm going to have him ask a question. But very, very good and fruitful discussion. I love this. Like I said, that it's a cultural change, because the school administrators sometimes put a lot of pressure on the coaches when they come in, and the PE teachers to win. And so that just messes up
Yeah,
the whole
man.
thing. Because
Me have a friend that I spoke to the other day who is invested in his school and him a plan for go to Jamaica go fire all the coach them because them nah do what him for do and him feel like say him can coach a team from in America and I must spend him money. That's what it is, man. Bragging rights and like I say, if we develop the players the proper way, they will win. If winning
yeah,
is a thing, they will win.
yeah. War says you have to challenge your players as a coach. How will
Yeah, man.
we be able to develop great players if they don't know how to operate against adversity?
One know what he's saying. One know the business. You have to challenge
Yeah,
the players, man. You have to put them in position where we challenge them. Like I
yeah,
say, how would I know my players can swim if I don't throw them out in the deep?
yeah. And then Tennessee says, but how do you develop as a coach if you're only about winning every time? The coach themselves won't develop. So you're saying that if you're always winning, how do you develop as a coach? How are you going to develop? If you recruit the best players then and you're winning, are you developing as a coach? That's what he said. You understand me? That's a very good point, you know.
That's a
You
very
know,
good point. That's a very good point. And that's
yeah,
why myself as a coach, sometimes when I find that my team is winning too much, I pray for them to lose or I put them in a position that challenge them and have the chance of losing. Because that way I can get in my coaching points.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That is true. And I think and this is why you find such recruiting in the administrators of the football not giving a coach when he comes in the opportunity to develop anything. Right? So they come in at the top and they want to recruit the top players to win right now. So there's no really that the truth, that is what football has become in Jamaica, especially at high school,
Yeah, man.
Getting a good coach,
Coach them not doing her. Coach not doing
recruit as
her.
best as you plan, you can, and win in 2 years' time. And
Yeah,
so
man.
you
Coach
get
not
players
doing her.
that people are working on to bring to your school to win something, and then you say you're a big coach. That is part
Yeah,
of the
man.
problem in the whole system, and that needs to change. Unseen, you had a question and thing because I know Freddy had training late, and he went out for his morning walk and thing, so he probably need to go get some rest. I know. But go ahead, Unseen. What were you asking?
I'm going to go up on a car. But anyway, I was saying that you could make Freddy link up with me, and run the system.
And run the system. No,
Yeah.
man, I told you already, that you can't say, I tell him, Freddy, you don't need, you start an academy. Why you going to play in 1 month and you play a practice match?
I'm going to tell you my reason about it. I'm tell you my reason already.
I'm saying,
I'm a poor academy and I want sponsors.
which is fine, but getting sponsors is not, all you have to do is have an exhibition. Why you're not needing a practice match over 1 month?
Yeah, man, a lot of small-sided game. Unseen, lots of
Yeah.
small-sided
I'm
games.
telling you,
Lots
how
of
academy,
small-sided games.
Unseen.
Lots of
Freddy.
touches on the ball. Lots of
Freddy,
decision making.
Freddy, I know you're arguing with management. I'm arguing with the owner, say no. But if you were in a situation and you saw the big men who can sponsor the thing and them are going to leave the country soon, I think that was a nice presentation for them. Think about
No,
that.
all right. Here's what I'm saying. And when it comes on to an academy, all right? If I start an academy today, a month from now, if a person wants to invest, is exhibition, 5-sided game, because what I want them to see is where the players started and where they are, their ability to control, to pass, their touches, their turning. You understand me? That is more important than putting them in a game because I'm not at that stage yet.
Important to
Watch
who?
this. The fact that I can put a group of players, 11 players, in a game at that time is suggesting that I am not the one who developed them.
Man is man.
You understand my point? I want you to
understand your point.
Right,
Understand
Freddy?
your point.
If I can put 11 players out there to play a practice game, right, to play against somebody else who developing some players over time, It is saying that I did not what because there's nothing I could do to develop players in 1 month.
Right, Freddy, please. Oh, Freddy, but understand the point, man, is man. I understand the point. But you have to always remember, important to who? What you say important to me, you know, but it's the most important to the investors. At that time.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
At that time.
You have to make sure that you make the investors know your approach and your formula, you know,
And
so
then
that they
after
can
them
buy.
see that now, me can say to them, say, all right, that was just a showcase. This is my objective. You understand me? And then can say, all right, then nobody invests in something that is not active.
But what I'm saying and seeing is that if you invited me to look at that, I am saying if I see after 1 month these players at 14 years old and 16 years old playing well, all I'm saying is that I am going to say you did not develop them.
But
Because you understand me?
Yeah, I understand that.
That's all I'm saying.
But man is man. Your mind different from other people, you know.
No, that is true. I'm just giving you my perspective. That's
and you are not the investor at the venue.
All right, boss. You're absolutely right. But Jamaican Youth Travel says the structure of my son's U8 league is 8 per team with 4 on the field at a time. Every 5 minutes, they substitute the 4 on the field, 20 minutes per half. Everyone plays equally. And he's saying that this is in Pennsylvania.
Okay, there you go.
I am telling you, this is why at 20, the Americans look better than the Jamaicans. Because they are getting all of their kids involved. Here's what we are doing. We would play the 4 same players for the entire game to win it.
Yeah, but Mannings, I've seen youth games in Jamaica. A team is up 5-1 and 10 minutes to go, and the coach didn't make one substitution.
Yeah.
You know, I can't fathom that, you know.
I see Manning Cup game last season where teams are up 6 and have 5 substitutions and only made one.
Yeah,
only
you
made
know.
one with 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
At the Manning Cup level, you know.
At the Manning Cup level.
And you know, one of the things, man, we Jamaican think that Manning Cup is the elite, and it's amateur football. We tell them, you know, amateur football, grassroots football.
Hey, unseen. When I went to France, yeah, and I tell them, yo, I used to play for Dunoon. Them ask, who? What? Where? Oh, Manning Cup. What? When him stop? You know, and oftentimes I will speak to some players in Jamaica, and you say, all right, just send me a CV, a resume of your background of playing, and I play for Kingston College where I score 5 goals, I'm a player, win Manning Cup, go to Manning Cup playoffs. Nobody cares. Sometimes me have to tell all players, say, yo, take that out, you know, nobody put that on it. Nobody put school on it. Play high school in Jamaica. You know, we are trying to present a player to get into a professional setup. When we look for a theme thing, me have to say, yo, this schoolboy thing, take it out, you know. Because schoolboy don't apply in Europe, you know. So if you put schoolboy on this, you really are belittle your thing, you know. So don't take that out.
People, I'm going to do a thing. I'm going to do a video called Nobody Cares. NBC. Nobody cares, man.
Yeah, man. Players send me them bio, man, and have, you know, St. George's College 5 goals in 90 this and 8 goals. But no business with that, man.
Yeah. You send that to PSG Academy.
I look fine like what name so. Where I go with this? Schoolboy. You talk about you try to get into a professional setup and you put schoolboy on it. Man, if you're that good at 17, you're supposed to even come off of the bench in the Jamaican Premier League.
Yeah.
It's better,
All right.
you're playing the
Hey,
Premier League than playing in the schoolboy league.
yeah, man. Sir Freddy, listen, I want to thank you for coming on. I don't know if there's anything you want to add, You understand? I'm glad for this because I think this information need to out there because I think it need the thinking of the football need to be revolutionized. That people need to think differently. We are too focused on bragging rights, and I'm telling you from primary school level all the way up to high school. It's about bragging rights.
Yeah, man.
It's bragging
It
rights.
comes down to how good the players are when they're on show. It becomes as how good are you when you're on show. That's
Yeah,
what
because the
it
truth
comes
is,
down
some of the top schools, the people who invest the money, is not so that the players can end up at Barcelona or at Chelsea, It's so that the school can win Manning Cup or the Costa Cup. That's it.
And them
If the
end
players
up at
end up
USL.
in those places, good. But at the very core of it is, are we going to win Manning Cup or the Costa Cup? And that is why I think there has to be some other system outside of that. Because you can't blame the schools now, and you can't blame the past student because them want both off on them friend.
It's a part of our culture right now, winning there. We as kids came and see it, and that's what it was from back then, and that's what it is today. So we it's gonna be tough to change that culture, because everybody have that school pride, So it's gonna be very, very hard to change the culture of winning a schoolboy title today.
Yeah.
We just have to find other ways to develop these kids in terms of a club structure. Schoolboy football right now is just another avenue of playing the game for these kids.
Yeah. And see, we have Ricardo Baggio over there in Canada said, my experience is in Canada and my little experience in the USA because his son actually had to change, I think, academy in Canada. And he says when they just start out at U7 and U8, they have equal time. But after you 13, 14, you better good because a straight bench.
Well,
I think that is
exactly. That's yeah, man. But that's exactly what we're saying, Mannings. What Baggio just said. If at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you have 7 years to develop this player that he has to compete for a spot now, right?
Yeah.
You have 7 years. So if you wasn't developing this player within the last 7 years, when he gets to U15 where it gets a little bit competitive now, he cannot make a team because he wasn't developed, because he was just geared to winning.
Yeah, and he may not even be able to play at your team, but he could move and play somewhere else.
Yeah.
But
he has developed. Yeah, exactly. Because when you get to 17 now, you're talking about scholarships and you're talking about contracts. So
yeah,
there's a little bit more at stake now for the players, right? But how can we raise the stake if we didn't develop them at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? How can we raise the stake now? So what Baggio say makes sense.
Yep.
You have to develop the players. You have to develop the players at a younger age. So when they get into that age group now, where when a professional scout or a college scout comes, they can perform. Because you have to lay the foundation. You could just start build a house and build the roof first and see what.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on again, Sir Freddy, as usual.
Yeah, man.
Listen, I hope. Yeah, man. I hope when Furley come over, him can finish up him. Tell Furley that he can finish up him interview, because him internet spotty, Look like the man on him way to you, and your internet gets spotty too, So chop it up.
Furley say from him do the interview, him internet went down. Well, you don't know, man, and it's always a pleasure and a joy, and you know, you have to continue doing the good work, you know, and unseen, you can link me after year, you know, we can talk about some things and we can see what we can do to help you with the academy. You know, but it's always a joy, to see some of the comments from the people, you know. You know, I think we finished too early because we never get to take off my shirt and beat my chest and show you.
No, me I save you from that because you don't have no tattoo.
Oh, I'm done my tattoo.
You have to put on the tattoo first and then you come back and
Oh,
take
my
it off.
tattoo in the money's one. Oh, my
Eh,
God.
the brother, you know about to take off your shirt. You know, you know, open at the status there. You have D. This are
Yeah,
for people
man,
with
but you know,
UEFA license. You understand me? Yeah.
yeah, man, it's after UEFA license.
This one is when I put down on level.
Yeah, you don't have D license, man. You have some concac of D. This is for UEFA B upward.
The UEFA license over 10 years, you know. It's an achievement for over 10 years ago. So
Yeah,
again,
man,
it's always a joy and a pleasure to be a part of your show. Just keep up the good work and bless up all of the viewers and all of the comments and everything, you know. So yeah, whatever we can do for Jamaica football, we're here, you know.
Definitely, you know, we in touch, man. But tell Freddy said that he has come to internet land. So
all right, we get him. All right, come on in. Take care of yourself. Unseen, link me off for the year and we can talk. Give me about an hour.
All right.
Yeah, man.
All right.
All right, Sir Freddy. Yeah, man. Bless up. Yeah, man. All right, people. Listen, what a good one. What a good one. Yeah, man. Yeah. And see, you have to have a 52-page resume, brother, for the end of the league. You have stuff on, right? Hey, listen, man, I get myself in a problem, you know, I stay out of them thing there. Understand me? Clear. Man, this one a cut and clear. But thank you, Unseen, for also coming on and for spending some time on the platform today. Really appreciate it. Remember, people, we also have a show at 8:30 tonight, reviewing the last game by the Reggae Girls and previewing the game tomorrow that I'm going to be at. You understand me? Jamaica versus the Dominican Republic at Sabina Park. It will be at 6 p.m. Get there early. You understand me? To support the girls. All right. So I'm going to be there. Hope I'll see you there. But 8:30 tonight, join us. All right. Unseen, anything you want to say as we close the show?
Well, fans, person on the comment section, just have an open mind towards how players should develop in Jamaica. And it's not all about winning; it's about development and stuff like that. Also, continue to give the girls their support because they need our support and stuff like that. They are doing well, Just let us cheer them on and support them tomorrow at what time is the match again?
6 p.m.
At 6 p.m. to support the girls, and also let us rally and keep on hitting the nail on the head for carrying Parris to be in the national team.
There you go. There. Well said. All right, Unseen, blessings, man. Yeah, man. All right, so people, listen. My name's man. This is I Am Sure Sports. What we're going to do, we're going to end this video by showing you the Parris goal. You understand me? So you can see it and see what the man did. Again, I want to say a big thank you to every single one of you for being on. It's getting into 3 hours, and we spoke about so many things. But the development part of the conversation was so good. We want to thank Freddy Butler for coming on and spending some time with us. Thank you for sticking and staying as well. For all the persons who gave a super chat, a super sticker, listen, much appreciated. It is your way of supporting the platform. Listen, if you're in the United States, here's what you can do. You can support I Am Sure Sports. We have some merch available in the USA, right? You can get one. They're not expensive, very good. See, they're here and here. You understand me? That's what they look like. I Am Sure Sports. So get one, support the platform by calling the number on screen. Do that today. All right, do that today. Support the work. We will get it to you if you call the number. That's I Am Sure Sports merch, right? Someone will be there to help you. So do that so we can get them all done by Wednesday. We want all of them that are left in the States to be done by Wednesday. So you call today and you get yours. Again, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. Be safe, and in everything, please give thanks. We leave you with highlights of the Parris goal for FC Koper in the Slovenian top tier, where his team moved into second place behind league leaders Maribor, who are 3 points ahead of them. So Parris, his 11th goal of the season. All right, let's make sure we get this banner down, and we are going to show you the goal as we close. Ciao.
Z roko so, mislim, da želeli Celjani, teda njihova želja ni bila slišana. Krasno Parris, izpadel je Morozov. Parris se zdaj osvojil precej prostora. Parris pregrava, končni gol Parrisa! Fantastično, Parris! Njegov 9. gol v letošnji sezoni, 5. proti Kopru. Zdaj je v slogu Marcela Kiršerja slalomiral med branilci Celja in potem premagal Matjaža Rozmana. Trenutek čarovnije, trenutek navdiha in inspiracije, kakšen zadetek Parrisa. Fantastičen gol Jamajčana, kako je tu premešal štrene v obrambi Celja, bodimo zdaj pozorni.